Alright everybody, welcome back to CWRL's Fight Night at the Freedom Factory, and we just got traffic jam qualifying out of the way with the Miller Timers, the Smokehouse, the Silver Foxes, and Number One Racing all moving on to the main event to challenge the Candymen, Boogity Boogity Racing, the Intimidators, and the King's Court, the top four in points there, the top four seeds. Gonna see whether or not the Smokehouse and the Silver Foxes can break this points tie that they've had for a couple weeks now. See if Number One Racing can pull away from them. They are very, very tightly knit in points right now. Just 5 points separate all three teams there. And the Miller Timers, the last place points team there, big opportunity for them to get some points and move up in the standings here. And we're going to see if they're able to do that here against the Candymen, the points leaders, or if the Candymen are going to have another big points day. It's going to be one or the other, I think. But round one, each team, we got 10 minutes per matchup to settle it. And we're about to settle it here between the Candymen in the points leaders here, and last place points, the Miller Timers. Looking for this big, big upset today. I thank you once again for joining us, allowing me into your home, hanging out with me, watching this AI-driven race league unfold for everybody, enjoying, the fight night coverage. Let's see how qualifying order shifts up here,
to your car.
And we got the Miller Timers on point here, Checker's car on outside pole, with the Checker car for the Candymen in probably arguably the best position, the third spot. That's usually where the driver, that's usually the starting spot that the driver usually winds up with the lead with after lap one. So let's see if that holds true here. We got 10 minutes on the clock.
Drivers.
Pace car is underway. Is underway. You can see the record car on pole was able to pull away and maintain the lead there with, I believe, the Checker car for the Candyman. Yup, the Checker car in second place here, chasing him down. Then you got the Checker car for the Miller Timers in third spot there. Was not able to get the greatest start, but the one that really got the worst start out of it was the record car for the Candymen, who's fallen all the way back into the 5th position currently. Now working on the traffic jam to get back into the top 4. See the top 4 each have like a couple car links in between. Biggest gap in between second and third right now. We're down to 8:45 remaining in this first round matchup. Candymen nor the Miller Timers have scored points thus far, but that Checker car trying to chase down the leader, trying to assume the lead and start leading laps. Every lap he leads is an additional point for the Candymen. Same could be said for the Checker car for the Miller Timers, as the Checkers cars are the only cars that are eligible to score points for their team. The record cars are usually to play defense, and you can see the Checker car and the record car in 34th there getting into it a little bit. That record car for the Candyman had to fall back. You can see the Checker car for the Candyman starting to score points for his team. We're now down to 7:45 remaining in this first round heat. The Candymen have assumed the lead for the first time today and are now scoring points, adding to their point total. The Miller Timers not having the performance that they need to have right now. If they want to get out of last place points, then they're going to want to do better than this. They're going to want to have that checkers car lead laps right now. You can see him in third, trying to close the gap here. But this wrecker car going to be able to help out a little bit, putting the checker car into the wall, costing him that lead position. And now the Candymen will hold a narrow advantage over the Miller Timers, as the Candymen have now scored points. You can see that checker car for the Miller Timers challenging for second, trying to get that inside line, and he does. He successfully completes the pass as the checkers car for the Candymen brushes that wall coming out of 4 once again, costing him track position here. We're down under 6.5 minutes remaining. Candymen hold the advantage currently over the Miller Timers, but that checkers car for the Miller Timers is looking to make a move for the lead. And if he can, he will be able to start working on that advantage that the Candymen have established. But it backfires for the Miller Timers. The Miller Timers checkers car wrecks himself off the rear bumper of his teammate, the wrecker car. The wrecker car continues to hold the lead, but the Miller Timer checkers car has lost about half a lap now to the leaders. It has a long way to go to chase him down. Meanwhile, the checkers car for the Candymen not faring well. He is now fallen back to the third position. The wrecker's car has overtaken him and taken that second spot. Even still, the damage may have already been done to the Miller Timers, as the Miller Timers checkers car has fallen off pace. Now a half lap down, but you can see the Candymen see an opportunity here to score more points, as a traffic jammer car that was just recently wrecked is now within sight of the Candyman checker car. That traffic jammer is also holding up this checker car. It's going to make it harder for him to get back up front. Down 4:40 remaining in this first round matchup. Candymen hold a narrow points advantage right now over the Miller Timers, and they're trying to extend that a little bit here by lapping this traffic jammer with their checkers car. And that's 3 points for the Candymen right there. So you can see the wrecker car for the Miller Timers out front, but it's not doing them any good right now as he continues to lap these traffic jammers here. And does so with great finesse, not wrecking himself off their back bumpers. Only one of the traffic jammers remains on the lead lap currently, and he's currently in 5th, not too far behind the 4th place position car here, the checkers car for the Miller Timers. Meanwhile, we got Calamity up here as a traffic jammer and the wrecker car for the Candymen got caught up together here. Meanwhile, you can see the checkers car for the Candymen currently chasing down the leader. He's adding more points as he puts another traffic jammer a lap down. This is not boding very well for the Miller Timers. traffic jammer holding strong, taking the position back from the checkers car of the Candymen here, who's currently running in the second position. Usually you don't see those traffic jammers muscle their way by it. We got a car on pit road here, I believe, stuck on pit road. I want to get a look at it. Ooh. That is not good, I believe, for the Candyman. It's one of them cars, I believe, got caught several laps down there. Yes, one of them traffic jammers on pit road. Down 145 remaining in this first round heat. See that the record car for the Miller Timers continues to lead here right now. It's not doing them any real good as that checkers car for the Candymen on the straightaway behind them right now. But with that being said, all the traffic has been, unless the car that was on pit road was down long enough to where it could swing it in the favor of the Miller Timers. I can also see that being a possibility. So down to 45 seconds remaining in this first round heat. Get a look from the chopper view here. The Miller Timers may have pulled up an upset with the traffic jammer car for the Candyman being stuck on pit road there. Every lap you'd be stuck, it's 3 points for the Miller Timers. I don't know if the checkers car for the Candyman has scored enough points between the laps that he led and the traffic jammers he lapped. It's going to be the white flag lap next time by, as time has expired on the round. So the Miller Timers will do one more lap here. I believe put this final traffic jammer a lap down. All of the traffic jammers have been lapped. And there it is. There it is. And the damage may have been done right there as that traffic jammer lost 6 laps to the leaders. Yep. So the Miller Timers scored 21 points. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, that may have done it. Oh boy. So and the Candymen, let's see. See. Not very many. 1, 2, 3. 3 laps. Oh boy. No, it looks like the Candymen are going home today. as that is not going to be enough to cut the mustard. One, two, wow, goodness. The Candymen scored 9 points on the day, and they will be going home. The Miller Timers pull off the upset and will advance to round 2, albeit with only 21 points. That is still 12 more points than what the Candymen scored here today. The Candymen will get 10 additional points for being eliminated in round 1, and that says it all for this first round matchup here in an upset, because one of the traffic jammers for the Candymen was wrecked to the point they needed service on pit road and fell 6 laps down. The Miller Timers will go on to round 2. So the next matchup, we'll see who their opponents will be. It'll either be Boogity Boogity Racing or the Smokehouse. So that being said, stay with us here for more CWRL action.